Welcome to Mike's Film Talk on air. This is episode 4, and that means I'm talking about The Fall Guy. Now, it's based on the television show of the same name starring Lee Majors, and fans and critics alike love this film. Somewhat surprisingly, though, the box office doesn't reflect all this love for the movie. Perhaps now that the film is available for streaming as well as at the cinema, these gross worldwide profits will exceed those production costs. Now, it could well be down to demographics. Folks who remember the 80s TV show are not the ones who are going to be willing to put down some long green for a movie version. Despite the on screen chemistry between Gosling and Blunt, the 18 to 29-year-old group do not have the nostalgic connection that we old folks have for the original. It is up to home entertainment to make up for the box office loss, and it may well succeed in turning a profit. Only time will tell. Now, the story. Colt Seavers, Ryan Gosling, is on a high. He loves his job and he loves Jodie, played by Emily Blunt. But then a falling stunt goes badly and Colt loses it all. Film producer Gail Hannah Waddington rings Colt to offer him a gig in Australia working for Jodie. During his time in the land down under, murder, mayhem, drugs, comedy, and romance are on tap for Colt. There are also some record-breaking stunts. Now, the film works, for whatever that is worth, considering the box office slump, and everything fits together well. Director David Leitch pretty much rocks. He pieces everything together with the aid of editor Elizabeth Ronald's daughter. I hope I said that right. And all the scenes blend beautifully. Now, the Fall Guy series creator, the late Glenn A. Lawson, came up with an almost perfect formula for telling stories about these heroes behind the screens, the stuntman. The film version does not fall down in working the old series into a 126-minute film. And of course, the length of this film may well be another reason why it, quote unquote, bombed at the box office. Literally, it seems to be too much, too long. Fall Guy works hard to include a lot of business in each frame, and there are Easter eggs galore. They even managed to include the effects music from $6 Million Man in the apartment fight scene. And the stunts? Phenomenal. However, there are perhaps too many. The Fall Guy packs a lot of punch, but this results in a movie that is too long for its premise. Now, the film is a massive love letter to the stunt industry, but when I watched it via the internet, I found myself not getting bored, but losing interest. Around about the middle of the film, I needed a break from the whole thing. Now, the third act. Unlike the Fall Guys having issues with the Metal Storm third act, the movie within a movie, the film itself puts everything together brilliantly. It is the second act, for all intents and purposes, that let the side down a bit. This stunt-focused film comes through, though, and despite being overly long and wandering a bit in the middle, it wins a full 5 stars for just sheer determination. A movie that celebrates the, quote, working man, unquote, heroes who do all the hard things in a film. The Fall Guy is a win for all concerned. Check out the trailer below. It is still running in cinemas, and you can purchase or rent the film online. Online purchases include a bonus version of the movie. And P.S., if you want to see the work that went into the spectacular stunts in this film, head over to Peacock and catch their ode to the stuntman. So that's me done for this one. Until next time, keep watching the movies and television and having fun. Bye.